What's happening? It's Hoot Wind Down. Stepping in real quick. I know it's a lot of stuff going on out here. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. So I want to make this clear first and foremost that in this world that we in now, we have to make decisions, right? And the decisions that we make can have an effect on us a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So every decision that we make, we have to actually put into account that there's consequences for the decisions that we make. With that said, I think that we're in a time where things are just getting revealed every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in a time where it's being literally thrown in your face. The information is so abundant, and only the people who have proper discernment that can see through the illusion, through the matrix, and see it for what it is gonna be the people that last longer than anybody. This doesn't necessarily mean nothing about money, though. I didn't notice I mentioned nothing about money because money is a byproduct to the illusion. So, yeah, we're here in this realm to make money, we're here to do more than that. You know what I'm saying? So, but more than just money, we had to have this experience here and to live it to the fullest extent that we can. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, you know, this past weekend, you know, a lot has been dropped out, and I want to touch on this subject because this is what shifted the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could we can't just skip over this, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to make a video, right? You know, the Dr. Fauci Senate, when he went on the when he got on there on the Senate, and he pleaded the fifth. He pleaded the fifth to about 111 times. Check that number out. 111. Check that number out, right? Pleaded the fifth on the questions that he was asked. And then started off before he pleaded the fifth, he said he's not gonna engage in this tear down of him and stuff like that. Well, you ain't plead the fifth then. You basically was saying that anything you say can be held against you. So anything you say is done. So with the Fauci incident, basically discussing, you know, in 2020, we had a worldwide, not even national, a worldwide pandemic related to C-19. And one of the things that they exposed is that it's not really people are not really dying from COVID, you know, from C-19. So what happened now is a lot of information was produced from 2020 on, you know what I mean? Even the people who, I forget the guy name, who came up with who had the PCR tests, but he said the PCR tests was not for this particular thing, but they kept using it. The person that created it even told you that, so a lot of people were confused about what was happening. A lot of people were in fear. With confusion comes fear, right? And then once fear comes, oh man, anything can go. Anything can go. Once fear into the room, once fear into the mind, anything goes. So what I wanted to discuss here tonight is not to say, oh yeah, we was right, because I was one of the people who didn't, do that, put the thing in my arm. I wasn't the ones that do that, but I was telling people, yo, don't do that, yo. That ain't it. Don't do it. And then, it was people that was like, yo, I gotta make sure my family good. Yo, I gotta do it for my job. And, everybody had different reasons why they did it. And I'm not here to like go crazy on y'all because you did it. I know that at that time they were going crazy on the people who didn't want to do it, and we was like being talked about, like we was being like talked about like, yo, y'all the worst. That's why y'all gonna die. This, it was like threats. It was like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I'm like, really? Like what? Just because I don't want to do something or I don't want to put something in my body, you're gonna be mad at me and wish that something bad happened to me? What type of shit is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. So now when you got the reactions, now you see the reactions from people, when people are, like, I told y'all, it's because it's coming from a place of they didn't want to be involved with that. They didn't want to be involved with it, and then they were still being scrutinized for it. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was just like, say for instance, if it was just like, yo, everybody go get, you know what I'm saying? And then people said, nah, I don't want to do it. And then people said they going to do it. And then they did it. It would be like, okay, y'all did it, so y'all feel safe. Okay, cool. And people that didn't want to do it, then they said, they didn't want to do it. And then everybody could go on with their life. No, it didn't happen. It was a campaign, a straight campaign that happened to get this in you. They needed to get this in you. And one thing that you gotta question every time is, if the government got something, they got a solution for something so fast, but they don't have a solution for cancer, they don't have a solution for any other of these diseases. They just treat you for diseases and viruses. They don't give you nothing to actually rid the cure, so-called cure, reverse, whatever you want to call it, the illness or disease. And even then they did it even with with HIV. I mean, the same guy, the Anthony Fauci guy, is the same guy that was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? How it got promoted and marketed through Magic Johnson and those sorts of people. It was marketed that way. Eazy-E. It was, look who they marketed through. You know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of look like you. And this was crazy. This was a crazy past 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to see family members even turn on you. I've heard stories of family members turning on them because they didn't want to do it. That's just crazy. And then it just caused more division. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I have family and I have friends who did do it. And you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they have their reasons why they did it. And I'm not, I'm really not coming for nobody head. Like, it's people out there that's doing that because they feel they really they coming from a place of like, yo, see, I treated me like shit, and look, so they feel like it's like retribution to like prove like, yo, like, oh, I was fucking right, y'all wouldn't listen to me, excuse my language, and it turned out that after everything was said and done, that it was all just a scam. It was all fake. It was all not real. It was all just propaganda. And we have to get to the point in life where we can erase the illusion of thinking that the government is actually there to come save you, because they're not. Okay? Because like I said, if they did, how can they come out with something so fast that's supposed to be the solution that was not the solution, that they told you it wasn't the solution? They said it. They said that you could still get it and you could still get COVID vaccine. You could still get COVID, but you can't. But you can still catch it. You can still catch it. You get the shot. You can put the thing in your arm, but you can't not escape not catching it. So why are we doing it then? What kind of shit is that? If you tell me, yo, you could eat the apple, you could have the apple, but when you eat the apple, it's supposed to give you immunity because of what it has in it, but you can still get what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not to say, like, I know I'm using apple, but that's kind of like a bad analogy, like, because apples is